This is not financial advice. It's not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only. And everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out, see what I'm thinking, see how I'm analyzing the data. But like I tell y'all every day, the data they release us is false. They meant to give us a false narrative of the market, to mess with us psychologically so we can make bad decisions. I mean, they like to keep us off balance. That's what they do. You know, I mean, it's just horrible. And the worst part about it that everybody knows what's going on, from the SEC to the DTCC to the CFTC, and nobody does anything. But just like the Evergrande crisis has been causing the collapse of China, or initiated the collapse of China, the energy crisis is creating the collapse of the entire European continent. They're estimating that the cost of energy for a lot of people to get through this next winter is going to be about 5 to 10 times what it was for them last year. So the Russian-Ukraine war has pushed the cost of electricity 5 to 10 times the cost. The cost of gas, 5 to 10 times the cost. And some people are predicting it could get a lot worse. The European governments have subsidized between 350 billion to 400 billion to help businesses and regular folks pay their energy bills. And where's this money coming from? And we're talking about 350 to 400 billion dollars. We're not talking $1 million. We're talking $1 billion, which means they have to take these resources from other projects. They got to take these resources from elsewhere. And it is causing a big economic crisis in Germany. And what is going to happen when you have an economic crisis like that? What is going to happen when the cost of energy goes up like that? Businesses are going to start to fall. I mean, that's just the way it is. Once your costs go up 5, 10 times for you to run your machines, for you to keep the lights on, the profits go down. And I'm sure there's a lot of American companies that are using European company bonds as collateral. So what happens when these bonds become worthless? What happens when the European bonds that they're holding become worthless? The same thing that happened with Evergrande. You can't use them as collateral anymore, and then you're forced to find the cash, or you have to start liquidating your longs, and then you're going to be forced to cover your shorts. Just like the Evergrande crisis started the collapse of the Chinese economy, this energy situation is going to cause the collapse of the European economy. This is just my opinion, but this is what I see. This is the writing on the wall, that the energy crisis that's going on in Europe is going to bring the entire European economy down. We're talking England, we're talking Germany, we're talking Netherlands, we're talking Greece, we're talking Italy, we're talking France. I'm talking about the whole European economy is going to crash and burn over the energy crisis that's going on in Europe. And the crazy part about it is, once it starts to happen, all the American companies that have European bonds that they are using as collateral, what is going to happen? They are going to have to either find additional cash to use as collateral, or they're going to have to start liquidating their long positions and covering their shorts. So just like Evergrande forced them to have to start covering their shorts because of the Evergrande bonds, the European collapse is going to force them to have to start covering their European bonds. And once that happens, I believe, and just my opinion, that we are going to see a collapse. If not a collapse, we're going to see a lot of problems in the U.S. economy based on what is going on in Europe. All these big companies, they probably have billions of dollars, and I didn't get the exact numbers yet, so I don't know. I didn't get the exact numbers yet. But I believe that once the European economy collapses and they can't use the European bonds as collateral anymore, the United States government is going to try to step in, but it's going to be too little too late, because they allowed the bad actors, the hedgies, and the co-conspirators to rob us for so long that when it happens, when it starts to crash, they're going to have nowhere to turn, and a lot of the so-called meme stocks are going to go through the roof. They're going to go through the roof because they're not going to have any other choice but to cover. And like I told y'all in the previous video, the DTCC is going to be paying out. They're going to end up being responsible when all these American companies who've been shorting and committing all this criminal activity, when they fall, the DTCC is going to be on the hook to pay all the meme stock investors. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff, and tell me what you think about the European energy crisis helping start the MOASS, not just on AMC and GME, but on a lot of stocks in America. Anyway, I appreciate y'all on this journey with me. God bless. Have a great day.